this is just a little bit lighter than
I'm really
the other one.
drawn to this one as well.
Yeah, I think that's really lovely. Which was this one. It's like a these two. Yeah, definitely better. Definitely. Still, I think it's giving your lips a kind of cool tone.
It's kind of coming off a bit bluish.
Yeah.
Now you say, and I focus on that.
Yeah.
They don't look as rosy, I guess.
I think that's a lot better. It's nice light pink here. Nice light blue.
Hi guys, welcome back to another colour consultation with Natasha. I've got a lovely subscriber here today called Megan. So is it okay if you just maybe explain a bit about what brought you to colour consultation today?
Yeah, of course. Well, I saw your lovely, very kind advertisement, first of all, and I thought it'd be very interesting to do. So I've always thought of myself as a cool tone, but maybe these days I'm not so sure. And I hope that's right, because I've committed to my engagement ring being silver colour, so could potentially be bad news. But I've never been able to categorise myself into a season, so I would really like your help on that.
Looking forward to watching and seeing what palette you are. Okay, but yeah, I hope you all enjoy.
It's a beautiful ring.
I designed it myself. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I suppose I'm sticking with it even if it's warm.
Yep, it's
That's an
gorgeous.
excuse to get a second one. If you tell me I'm warm.
Interesting. I mean, I'm not going to be one of those stylists that's like, you can't wear this ever again. We're just looking for your very best colours. And it's also what works underneath your face as well. So if something doesn't work necessarily, it's not to say like, never again. It's just, you know, maybe it's just not right under here, like as a polo neck or something. We can find another way to make it work better with some of your better shades, which we still want to focus on. So you have all the palettes here next to you, and you can see they're all kind of subtly different, right? So they're all supposed to be reflecting kind of the world at different times of year. So these two are the warmer ones. So you can see they kind of both have golden undertones, and you're thinking you're probably a bit cooler, so you're thinking maybe not so much these ones. So we'll have a look at what the cooler ones look like as well, but then again, who knows, right? So these are the two cooler ones. And this one's kind of got like almost like a white kind of wash if we were painting on top of it. And this one's quite a lot deeper, darker, more saturated. And it's the only palette with black, so a lot of people are hoping for this palette, but we will see. So we're looking for, how does this make our face look as well? Is it framing us? Is it overpowering us? Is it kind of under, like just doing nothing, bit of a mesh shade? We want it to be like the very best. We want you to look healthy, glowing. We want you to feel happy in it, like, oh, this feels like my colour. So that's what we're looking for today. So we're looking at, you know, what does it look like under the eyes? What does it look like on the chin? Mouth even, eyebrows, everything to do with the face, even the hair. It all kind of comes into how everything sits in harmony all together and what's just making you look and feel good. So we're going to start with the reds.
Great.
Always a good place to start.
Does this extend to makeup colours as well?
Absolutely.
Wow.
So if you're looking for your next nail colour, even sort of lipsticks, blushes, undertones in sort of skin, you already know that you have a cooler undertone. We will see, but I'm sure you're right. Wow. It's a good start, isn't it? How do you feel in that one?
I really like that.
Yeah.
I'm drawn to that.
Yeah.
I like it as a colour.
Yeah.
I don't know. What am I looking for in my face for if it suits me?
It's a lot of different things you're looking for. So what's really good about this one is I feel like your face is popping. So you looked at your face before the drape, right? Which is kind of what we want. We don't want it to be taking away from you. I feel like all of your colours in your face are pretty good and pretty even. It's not really changed your colours. Sometimes the drapes can change the colours of your face and we don't want that. This just feels a bit too powerful compared to the other one. This one I feel like I'm looking at this more than you.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's bad.
Don't
but
think
it
so
doesn't,
either.
It brings out more of the colour than me.
Yeah. That was a reaction going on.
I don't know if it's because I just don't really like the shade of red.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's doing that much for me.
I
think it's clashing a bit.
Yeah, a little bit. And I feel like it's taken some of your colour and just, I know that you have lovely porcelain skin, but I feel like it's just made it even more so, I think. That's completely changed everything.
Yeah.
Just completely different. It just looks a bit out of place, I think.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like yours. It doesn't look like it belongs there.
No, I don't. It's not necessarily that it looks really bad. But
No, it doesn't look bad. Just not
I don't.
right.
Somehow it's not my my colour.
Yeah.
It doesn't suit my
Yeah.
essence, I guess.
Essence. I like that. Using that. And this one, it's funny now we're going back. This I feel like has darkened you, and I feel like it's almost put like a whole purple wash over everything. And it's weird because this is a warm colour, but it's made you look even colder. Better, definitely. Still, I think it's giving your lips a kind of cool tone.
It's kind of coming off a bit bluish.
Yeah.
Now you say, and I focus on that.
Yeah.
They don't look as rosy, I guess.
I think that's a lot better. I know it was the first one, so we were a bit like, ooh. Yeah. I feel like this has even made your hair look really nice and contrasty.
I do like it.
Yeah. Naturally. Sorry.
So I was just going to say this isn't actually my natural hair colour.
I was gonna
So
ask.
does that
Wow,
make a
some mind
difference?
reading. It's good to know. So what is your natural hair colour?
I would say it's kind of a cool brown. So not very rich.
Kind of ashy.
Yeah. A bit in the middle, which I didn't love. And I felt that my personality was more this kind of rich, fiery colour.
Ooh, fiery.
So
I
I keep it like this all the time. But yeah, it's interesting if it changes.
I thought this was going to be really good, but it looks a little too powerful. Can we see it's just everywhere? It has taken over, which is surprising. Let's carry on. I mean, that's better, isn't it?
See, I'm so biased.
Yeah.
I love this colour.
Yeah, I can see why. It's funny, I was thinking, oh, this light shade is just going to sit really nicely, but it's strangely too powerful. But yeah, this has just framed you really nicely. It's not too much anything. Do you tan or burn or?
This is my summer tan right now.
I see.
So in the winter I'm actually even paler. So I don't really burn too much, but I think that's mainly because I'm careful not to. But mainly I just get the kind of pinkness in my cheeks that comes through.
Is that a blush or just a
No,
general?
that's my face right now.
Pink. Yeah.
But yeah, nothing much of a difference in the skin tone.
So this is just everywhere. It's like the first one again. It's just taken over. That's just a bit nothing, isn't it?
I don't think it does much for me.
Yeah. So I think you're right. I think your instincts were there, and people do
Good.
tend to gravitate towards theirs.
I definitely liked this current kind of shade a lot, but since I coloured my hair as well, I really gravitated to that a lot more as well.
Yeah. I think it's really brought out your eye colour as well. Your features are looking nice and sharp in it, giving you a nice contrast. Yeah. It's just too much, isn't it? I would say if there is a mint that you go for, I think it just needs to be a tad softer. Interesting. Could be a little in between,
Oh,
which means more choice,
lovely. Love
which is
that.
always nice. So let's put this one on the top because this was very clearly a good colour for you. You know what you're doing. Right, let's get into some blues. Nice calm blues. It's nice. It's really nice. Again, it's made your eyes look really nice. I mean, it's nice for the hair, isn't it?
It is. I do like this one. This is the kind of shade I'd go for in summer.
Yeah.
So, as I mentioned to you earlier, I have a very kind of like pink, blue, pastel colours spring summer wardrobe, and then that kind of first burgundy and that dark green in autumn winter.
I'm seeing
so this
that
is
in
the
between.
kind of blue that I would go for.
Yeah. And you wouldn't wear this in the winter?
I do sometimes see pieces in these kind of tones for winter, and I have to restrict myself because I try and work on sort of a capsule wardrobe,
Right.
so I can mix and match everything together. If I was to add this in winter, it would go with anything else, so I have to restrain myself.
Well, it's a nice colour, definitely. I'd say maybe if you wanted to get more wear, it could be that it's a cardigan, and then you could wear that cardigan in the winter and the summer, maybe. But yeah, it's really nice. I feel like your eyes are really stand out in this one.
Definitely.
Also really nice. Definitely cooler skin. And I can see how there's an in-between. This is just really light, makes you look quite perky.
Yeah. I use navy as like my spring summer dark neutral, so good to know that that's working for me.
It's definitely working as well. I'd say just edging it for me, I'm enjoying that one a little bit more, just for the lightness and brightness. But I wouldn't say this is bad either. It's kind of making your face contrast really nicely, which is nice. We'll see what the warmer ones are like. Oh, it's a lot, isn't it? It's almost put like a greeny colour on you.
They are, with the bright taupe green as well, they're quite overpowering.
Yeah. This one isn't as bad as some of them have been.
It's almost right.
Almost.
It feels almost right.
Maybe it just needs to be a little lighter and a bit cooler. So it's not as bad as it could be. Almost like that forest, I think, if it were a tad lighter, could be nice as well. Interesting. Two blues to play with. Okay. Just, I think the light one is edging it just about. But let's not...
It's a bit fresher.
Yeah, exactly. Just a bit perkier. Okay. Let's get into pinks. Exciting?
Very.
Would you say pink is a favourite?
Yeah, definitely for spring, summer.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's lovely. Just lovely.
I wouldn't be that drawn to this. So to me, this is like, it's cold pink, right?
Yeah.
And it reads quite like bubblegum.
Yeah.
And I feel I'm more on the muted side of things.
Interesting.
I guess for my personality, that this is a bit daunting to me. I don't think it looks bad, but I don't know if I'd choose it.
Interesting. There's not much contrast with it there. It feels like it's all kind of a match of everything. Let's see if this more feels like you. It's a bit overpowering, I think. Would you say personality-wise? Because sometimes personality could come into it.
Yeah, so this is kind of raspberry, that one just now, and again I would just take the brightness of it down a little bit, and then
Yeah.
I'd really like it, I think.
Would you say the personality's more introverted?
Definitely.
Yeah. Would you say you're a perfectionist?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I hate that.
It's such a no.
I think that's the worst.
Quite a nice middle groundy one. But I wouldn't say it's doing that much. I feel like it's bringing out some of the shadows a bit. Dropping them here. Yeah, I like this one. It's just kind of the light and bright perkiness that that light blue had.
Actually, after having seen the others, this doesn't look as strong to me.
Yeah. Because in your head you're going, oh my god, it's like bubblegummy,
It's
girly.
so bright,
Yeah.
but looks more subdued now after strangely.
Yeah. I think
It's,
especially after this one, right?
It's interesting how other colours affect your perception of each other.
That's why I think it's nice to do a kind of go through.
Forward, then go back again.
Yeah. This one just looks a bit, like now I'm seeing it's reflecting on the nose here. It's just kind of a lot. I feel like this one's just kind of more in line with you. I still think maybe you could take a you could turn it up a little bit. Could be a tad more colour to it. But I think it's almost quite nice that there's not too much to it.
Yeah.
And then it looks like we're looking at your face more, which is always the key. So we're going to put this one on the top, I think. So next we'll have a look at yellows. Do you wear much yellow?
Never.
Never.
Pretty much never.
Wow. Any reason?
I did used to own, I think, one mustard, a gold mustard cardigan, and it just wasn't doing much for me. I didn't, I never pulled it out of the wardrobe. It didn't get worn, so it moved on to a new home. And I've never gone back to yellow.
See. What are you thinking of this light, lemony?
I do like this.
Yeah.
I think this works for me.
Yeah, I agree.
This is the kind of yellow I would go for spring, summer.
It's just more subtle, isn't it? Like you were saying, I think the bright ones just feel a bit much and they're overtaking. And if we just kind of brighten it up, it's just a lot, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know what's preference and
Yeah.
whether it looks good on me or not.
Yeah. It's nice to have a contrast, but I think at the same time we just need to make sure that your face is still the number one thing.
Don't think that's bad either.
Bad,
I'm
no.
really surprised.
I think you can take more yellow than you think.
Well, yeah.
I think really if we go to this trouble yellow here. Yeah.
I tried that one.
So I think mainly this is the avoid here. Yeah, that's not bad at all. It's a little reflective. We can kind of see it on a few areas, but the contrast is nice.
Yeah. I think the problem was I was trying to wear yellow in a wintry way.
Yeah, I think it's
this
more of a summer thing.
Summery actually does work for me.
Yeah. Now we're going to go back to the pale one again. It just looks different, doesn't it?
Good, pretty good the
Yeah.
first time round, and then
Yeah.
when you go back down, oh, that's actually really great.
Yeah. It's just so subtle, and I feel like it's just made your skin look really porcelain and lovely as well. I think these light shades, maybe they're a little bit of a surprise, or they feel kind of right.
I would go more that pastel side for spring, summer, so not super surprising.
Cool.
But actually just quite how light they are is a bit unexpected.
And you will see in the palette that there's other shades as well, but I like to have the most dramatic of each season. So how are you feeling in this white?
I quite like it.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. I feel like it's got that kind of, it's making the white of your eye pop. In general, there's just a lot of nice whiteness, I think, in the face, which is good. We're going to see what an off-white looks like compared to it. It's not bad, but I feel like this is almost flattened the face, but this is giving you kind of a nice
a lot
shine.
of contrast.
Yeah.
I think especially against the hair.
Yeah.
It makes it really stand out when
Yeah.
there's not much colour down here.
Yeah, definitely. I think the warmer shades, even though it's off-white, it's still just a bit too warm. So I think definitely we want to keep everything cool. It's not bad. It's a little flat again. Maybe it's still a bit too warm. So I think if you're going grey, maybe you just want to take it down a notch, just similar to the pastels. Maybe the grey is a pastel too.
I wouldn't have thought of doing that.
Interesting.
I think I quite like that.
Yeah.
I would never wear like black eyeliner, for example. I feel that's too harsh on my face. But I think I can make it work for me. It's maybe not the best without, some lipstick or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wouldn't necessarily rule it out.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's the best, but definitely not bad. I think you can wear it.
I can make it work for me.
Yeah, but I think with your pastels, for sure. It's just a little powerful. I like the contrast to the skin, definitely, but I think it is taking some of your colour away a little bit. So I think if you're to wear this, something lower, something off the shoulder, or having it with, this is a print. So maybe if you're wearing the black in the winter, maybe you've got like lots of burgundy with it, or lots of navy, or lots of that lovely forest green, just to offset it, I think.
So if it's not your best colour, if you wear it away from the face, does that make it wearable?
So we can avoid kind of the shadows and what it's doing, because I think it is taking away some of your face's colour, so you want to put some of your best colours there.
Closer,
Yeah, like you're saying, a lipstick would help it kind of be nice and lively, I think, as well. But it's not bad. I'd say we've seen a few that we're like, oh,
absolutely not.
These are avoids, and I wouldn't say it's an avoid. Do you have a preference? Jewellery, you're saying silver is the preference?
Always silver.
Always.
Yeah, I think I own one piece of gold that I just never reach for.
Let's see why. Can affirm that. It's not I'm not seeing it being bad, yeah. Let's see what it's like against the silver. Let's just replace it. Yeah, I mean the silver's just 100%. It's you, and I feel like it's really similar to the white, is that it's giving you a lovely shine. Your lips look really nice against it. I feel like they're just really kind of popping. And your eyes, I think you're right. I think it's definitely silver. I think especially after this looked a bit wrong. It was similar to the orange that just looked a bit out of place on you. That just looks more you. Okay, so we're going to have a look at all the best ones. I'd say there's a predominant season, but there's definitely kind of a secondary there, which is a little fun. And I think it's a little bit like what you've been doing with your summer and winter wardrobes, I think. I'll just put some of these away so we can really see what we're working with here. Alright, let's get some of these greatest hits on. It's nice light pink here. Nice light blue. Then we're going to have a bit of a dark shoulder on the other side. Let's continue this light shoulder. Come around the other side. Pink and blues are always quite nice against each other.
My house is decorated in these pink and blues.
Nice.
Good to know I fit into my house.
Well, people do tend to sort of gravitate to their colours, and it's even, you know, you're buying a pencil case, you're buying a cushion, people tend to buy them. But I think you never know really the full extent sometimes of where your colours can go and which shades we can wear. So we've got like a darker and a lighter.
Yeah.
So maybe that's kind of your two moods.
It is, it's my two personalities.
And they don't look bad with each other, I think. But if you're saying they're not going to be combined.
I would occasionally like transitionally mix this pink and green.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
I quite like that.
It can be
as
quite
a combination.
nice. Yeah, just to offset it a bit, right? Yeah, I think they're both in harmony with each other. So if you do feel like I'd like to try and bring some different ones into some different seasons, I think they definitely go. Let's just bring this one over a bit more. So, I think we can definitely close these two warmer ones right up. And then we are going to look at your seasons. So first and foremost, I think it's summer. Definitely. These lovely light shades. Actually, there's quite a lot of pink in there. Because when we were looking at this and thinking there could be more pinks, I think we could be looking at this one. We saw one that was similar, which was kind of nice, but I think this is just a little bit lighter than
I'm really
the other one.
drawn to this one as well.
Yeah, I think that's really lovely. Which was this one. It's like a these two. Yeah, definitely. I mean, makeup colours 100%, outfit colours, hair colour.
Oh, maybe
This
one
is
day.
a hair colour. Yeah, you've got some really lovely shades here. And the greys are these kind of lighter greys here, even with the browns, just really light browns, really light yellows, if you're in the mood for yellow.
I'll definitely explore it now.
Yeah. And the greens, I think, are really nice. They've got this kind of aquamarine-ish. Let's do them here. I know we've got a darker one here for the winter, but in the summer you can be playing with these ones. It's almost like a kind of lighter forest here that you could play with. So maybe it's just a lighter version of it. Or maybe if you've got kind of prints, like you've got your floral print, the green is just in the leaf. It's a nice way to get it in here. Blues to go with your eyes. Maybe even like a few nice kind of dusky pinky purples.
Yeah, purple is a colour I never go near. I've never found one I liked, so this is helpful.
Do you think these are feeling maybe more yours? See them against maybe like a kind of bluey purple almost. So that's the main palette. But then we're also looking at maybe a touch of the winter palette. But I think you're still probably going to want to play on the cooler side of it because there's actually a lot of similarities with these icy pastels. But then some of it, you've got these kind of darker shades. Maybe even you want to kind of go for some of the lighter shades in there. Definitely ignore this row, I think. And I think there's a lot of similarities. There's kind of the coolness in it. But then just maybe some of it's a little bit much. So we just want to be careful with these kind of pinks.
It's a bit too bright.
Yeah, I think you still want it a little bit more dusky over the top. But I think it's still definitely one that you can play in as well, just for more kind of choice. Maybe pick out some of the darker ones occasionally. So that's kind of a secondary I think you can play with, but I think it's still number one would be this one. Yeah.
Are these drapes all summer right now? Or is this all
So
winter?
these ones are summer. This one is summer. And then these two are winter.
Right.
So you're only really using it for a dark contrast occasionally.
Right.
So maybe even with the purple you could play with that.
I do like that one.
That could be nice. And actually it's not that bad with some of the lighter colours just as an offset. So there's definitely similarities in this one. But I think this is still maybe more you. I think just for that lightness and perkiness and kind of just sitting really in harmony. I think some people have, so the way I work is with first and secondaries, but some people have other names for having a secondary. So it could be like you're a deeper summer because you've sort of gone into some of the winters or things like that. So you're a summer, but pure, true, completely summer. But I think you can still maybe have a
You can
play.
borrow a bit from winter.
A little bit. Yeah.
Interesting.
I think definitely the icy shades were really, really nice. And you're just looking for kind of coolness to it. A general coolness, which I think you sort of knew intuition-wise. Yeah, I hope this has helped to see it.
Interesting though, because I might be wrong, but I feel like I've made my hair warmer than it was.
Yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of gold in here. So it could be that you can just kind of even take it to like this kind of colour. Just a little bit more dark and add some coolness to it. Yeah.
Yeah, when I first got it dyed, it is a lot darker. It's more kind of like a cherry red it comes out to start with. And that happens, especially in summer. I think, it doesn't look bad. I don't dislike it, but it feels very like dark and wintry. So when it lightens up to this, I feel more like my summer self, which is interesting. Maybe there's just multiple me's.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a summer me and a winter me.
a lot of people aren't just one thing. I've got 2 seasons as well. So mine is more like this bright red, but then also have like the winter undertones as well, similar to you. So sometimes I just borrow a little bit of black here and there, or go for the brighter shades in the winter palette occasionally, but I still find I'm mainly playing with the spring first and foremost. But it's nice to have more choice.
A light, like lemon yellow, I will definitely look at more.
Yeah.
Those kinds.
Yeah, I think just keeping it really cool and just like, even though it's a yellow, if you can just like almost like a little bit on the green side.
Oh yeah.
That can kind of help.
Yeah. So I think before I definitely went really warm with the
Yeah, and we saw the really warm
mustard, and it's not doing anything for me. But that's really nice.
Yeah, I think this is just sitting really nicely.